Discretion is advised. This video discusses real criminal history, violence, and organized crime. Content is presented for educational and analytical purposes only. This documentary does not glorify crime. Scarface is one of the most quoted crime films ever made. But here's the question most people never ask. How much of it was actually real? Was Tony Montana based on a real person? Did these events really happen? Or is Scarface pure Hollywood fiction? The answer is more complicated than most people realize. Scarface was never meant to be a true story about one man. Instead, it's a composite, a mix of real criminal eras, real behaviors, and real outcomes, stitched together into one character. The original Scarface, released in 1932, was inspired by Al Capone and the rise of organized crime during Prohibition. The 1983 version updated that idea for a new era. Different decade, different drugs, same outcome. Several elements of Scarface are grounded in reality. The sudden rise to power, the extreme paranoia, the internal betrayals, the obsession with control. These patterns are documented across real organized crime figures, from Prohibition gangsters to cocaine traffickers in the late 20th century. The violence wasn't invented, the instability wasn't exaggerated, and the downfall was inevitable. What was exaggerated was the scale and speed. Tony Montana's rise happens fast, too fast. In real life, criminal power builds slowly, often over years, through networks, protection, and corruption. The film compresses decades into months. The excess is also heightened. The money, the guns, the body count. Hollywood needed spectacle. Reality is messier and often quieter. The biggest myth Scarface creates is this, that crime looks powerful. In reality, power in organized crime is fragile. It's built on fear, maintained through paranoia, and ends through betrayal, prison, or death. The real people behind Scarface didn't die in blazing shootouts. Most faded out, collapsed, or were forgotten. Scarface isn't a success story, it's a warning. Every decision Tony Montana makes isolates him further. Every act of violence shrinks his world. Every gain accelerates his collapse. The film didn't invent that ending. History did. So how much of Scarface was real? Enough to be uncomfortable, enough to be recognizable, but not enough to be admired. In the next episode, we'll look at the real criminals and eras that inspired Scarface, and why none of them lived the life the movie suggests. If you're watching this as part of the series, the next episode is linked in the playlist.